It's fair to say that everybody doesn't like gun violence, but today we will learn about how we can control it as a whole. Hi, my name is Tyre Connie, and today I will be talking to you about gun violence. I've been seeing over the news and social media of innocent African Americans being pulled over by police officers. And as an African American myself, it's very hard and disappointing to see. My 3 points I will be focusing on today are uniting together, regulating who can and can't have guns, and guns destroying lives. My first point I will be talking to you about today is regulating who can and can't have guns. Joe Biden says that in his first 100 days of presidency, he will give his attorney general a list to give to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Explosives, and Firearms Foundation, AFA, in order for them to get a new director. With this in place, he will be able to enforce better restrictions on guns and enforce his citizens to get licenses in order for them to get a gun. In Oklahoma City Police Department, they're currently writing down details about whenever de-escalation tactics or techniques are being used on citizens. With this policy in place, there has been a decrease in force used. There's a quote by Michael Steele. He says, "You can have all the gun control in the world, but unless you enforce them, people are going to do anything in order to protect themselves." What this means to me is that unless we enforce these rules now, that people are still going to go out and purchase a gun and possibly hurt somebody when they really think that they are protecting themselves, or they can harm themselves by activating the gun and it shoots them instead of the person that they really want to. This is just because they don't know how to work a gun correctly or haven't had the proper training. I found this quote on brainquote.com. There's no dates found for this. My second main point is guns destroy lives. In Lompoc, California, gang violence has been at an all-time high, and a police officer named Bagalden says that these shootings happen in the afternoon time where a lot of people are out. The police department is trying to have citizens help out by telling them who they think could be in the gang members that are shooting up corner streets and everything. Also, there's been at least 10 shootings in Lompoc in the span of the last few months. Some police officers are so quick to pull out their guns instead of asking questions. In 2014, an African American named Michael Brown was fatally shot 6 times by a Missouri police officer in the streets of Missouri. Unfortunately, there's no incidences or explanation of why the police officer did what he did. There's a quote by Alfred Hitchcock that I found on brainyquote.com. He says that, "I'm not against the police, I'm just afraid of them." What this means to me is that this incident can happen to anybody, and sometimes you're not even really doing anything. You're just chilling. My final point is uniting together. There has been a stressful time that we've been in since finding out about the coronavirus, especially in the summer. Coronavirus has hit our families and friends. Police brutality has been up in a high rate. And the election going on, people have been stressed out a lot. But one thing that we can all agree on is that we've all been uniting together in different protests against injustice, different venues to go vote, helping each other vote, and helping each other social distance and telling others to wear their mask. In Chicago Police Department, they've been training their police officers to stay more in touch with the citizens and get a personal relationship with them, so that way they're all on the same page and they can trust each other. There's a quote by Betsy Hodges that I found on brainyquote.com. She says, true public safety is when authorities and the community work together as one. What this means to me is that if we all stop fighting against each other and work together, the world will be in a better place, and there will be no violence, and we'll all be peaceful and live amongst each other with no worries. In conclusion, today we've talked about guns destroying lives, regulating who can and can't have guns, and uniting together as one. I hope today you've learned from me what we can do to stop gun violence and how we can prevent it from happening. I'm going to leave you with this final question. Do you think that you can stop gun violence and be a part of the cause? Thank you.